Hello and welcome to this advanced mandolin lesson where we're going to learn a cross-pick version of Goodbye Liza Jane, and hopefully at the end of this lesson you'll be able to play something that sounds a bit like this. So if you don't already know this tune, I suggest you just click the intermediate video which I've linked below so you can learn the basic melody, because I'm not going to do that in this lesson. I'm just going to dive straight in with the cross picking and how we add that to this tune. So I'm going to do this phrase by phrase. This tune is essentially 4 different phrases, 2 in the A part and 2 in the B part. So our first phrase in the A part, the basic melody is this. So it's just... So that doesn't leave us much room to add cross-picking because we've only got 1 string above it and we're on the G and D before we're in the key of A, so that doesn't quite work. So the first thing that we need to do is take that melody and move it onto the D string by playing it down here. So as soon as we do that, that frees up 2 strings that we can now start cross-picking on. So you can almost do any rhythm you want, but I've got like a... So down, and always we're going down, up on this. So I'm going D string, A string, E string, A string as my rhythm. So just loop that round until you get it nice and smooth. Over and over again until you get those notes ringing clear, because that's what we're going for. That's the sound we're going for. Let's just try that together. And I'm still doing, just because I quite like the sound of it all on the D string, I'm doing, so first 3 notes, the first 3 pickup notes down here, and then the first note shifts back up here. So after 3, 4, 1, nice and slow. 3, 4, 1. So that is your opening phrase. You feel free to kind of cut out a few of the notes if you're struggling to get them, but that's with all of the gaps filled in. And I've put little accents because you still want to hear the melody. You don't want it to become every note the same volume because you'll lose the melody. So you sort of almost want to overemphasize it. Sort of overemphasize it so you make sure you don't lose that melody. And then our second phrase is very similar to that first phrase. It steals the same first 2 bars. And then we have this phrase, which down the neck is... But we're up here. So we can't suddenly jump back here. So I play it like this. There's a little subtle shift in there, hopefully you can see it. There. So you do 2 notes in a row with your first finger. You could, if you wanted to, do that shift with your little finger instead. So you can play it down there on the G string. I just like to keep it all on the D string, it's just a personal preference. So that's that second phrase, so let's try that together. 3, 4... Then our third phrase moves on to the B part, so the normal tune. So there's quite a lot of gaps in there, so we can add a lot of cross-picking, and we have to move away from this idea of keeping it all on the D string, because that's not possible anymore. So if I play it slowly, what I've written. So that's just my version of it. There's a million ways you could play that tune with different cross-picking. So feel free to have a go at writing your own or just copy what I've done. So I'll play that again, a bit slower. 3, 4. So I maintain the melody notes in there and just sort of filled in around. Let's try it again together a little quicker. 3, 4. Now that is the hardest phrase of the tune, there's no doubt about that for me. So just take your time, make sure all those notes are clean, and again, overemphasize the melody so you make sure you're not losing it. Just try and add little accents in. And then finally, our final fourth phrase of the tune steals the first 2 bars of what we've just done. And then just the normal end. So let's just try that together. 2, 3, 4. So I don't fill in the gaps in that final bar. I just like to leave it there. Well, have a rest, reset for more cross picking. So there we go. That's every phrase has been through. Now it's time to link it all together and play the whole thing. So this is up at around 110 BPM. If it's too fast, you can always use the cog and slow me down. So it's about this speed. So that's the speed we're going for. Best of luck. It'll be after a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and we'll do it as written. So 2 A's, 2 B's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. B part. Two, three, four. So there we have it, the cross-pick version of Goodbye Liza Jane. Your challenge now would be to start getting the metronome quicker. So that was at 110, maybe start pushing it up towards 120. The quicker you do it, the faster it'll sound like a drone rather than individual notes. I hope you've enjoyed this lesson. Please do hit subscribe while you're here, and head over to mandolin.com and sign up for the mailing list so all future lessons will be emailed direct to your inbox. If you have any questions, get in touch via the website as well. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next month.